Yeah, we're just stopping off on the way down to Blue Anchor to do some more filming. I'm going to show Steve this rather unusual ford we got locally here. Well, it says ford, you normally imagine you're going to cross a little river, but this one's different. The rain's come back, unfortunately. I think I'll shelter until you're ready to go. You're going to take your camera gear or just go and see it?
No,
just go and see it. Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing and you just drive around this bend, you think, oh, I can soon go across this little river.
How do you find these things then?
I think I saw it on a map my first time. I thought, oh, that's interesting, let's go and have a look at that. But when you get here, you either go into private property or you drive down the river. There's a path there, you see. If we're lucky, we might see someone coming along, normally in their Land Rover, to do a ford like this. But it's quite an unusual local curiosity in a way, have a ford that
You get it going across, you don't you?
Yeah, that's right.
To actually drive along it that way.
I did put some video online once about this and calling it the longest ford in Britain, but various people come back and said, oh no, there's a longer one so-and-so, and somebody else said, oh, there's a longer one somewhere else. So.
Well, there's one down in Sidmouth, but it's not as long as this, but it's a fast-flowing one.
I know, well you actually cross the river there though, don't you? Yeah. This is quite unusual in the fact that you drive down the river. Then the river disappears under our footpath here then. Going out through there, looking quite small. And just up there is the West Somerset Railway. You can go and have a look at that or not. It's a little walk. But this has been the most interesting bit, really. Up through there.
Are we going back or are we?
Yeah, there's nothing to see on the railway, so we might as well go back, I think. And the roadway behind us now gets quite rugged, and you see it on the map, you think, oh, I can drive all the way through there, but it's, because many people don't drive through here, it's quite neglected and a bit rough after a while.
I bet you people do, people living there probably do it.
Oh yeah, I feel used to it, it's probably no problem. As long as you've got a 4x4. Anyway, we're going to head on now down towards Blue Anchor Station. I expect we'll see the DMU, but sometimes they put an ordinary diesel locomotive on, conventional train. Take part luck and see what comes. I'll let you pull out of the undergrowth before I get on board. Your neighbour's got the I-10, which we always thought was quite smart. This is the first time I've ridden in an I-20. Very nice. Anyway, on to Blue Anchor. Tractor's coming out of here with great big hail bales. Looks like a complete buffer beam or something. If you would run into him, you'd get protected. The road curves around to the right over here. we go up quite a steep hill over here, and in the winter you can be going into a flood just about here. I got some video driving for a flood here, because it comes down from all those fields over there and just fills up the road. Little Daihatsu Copen, our little open sports car.
Yeah.
It can't be open in fine weather. We first test drove one in that garage years ago. Then in the end decided it was just not practical, you know. But once experienced what it's like to drive in a little car like that, you're always thinking, I wonder if it was a wise decision. It was a wise decision, because we couldn't have afforded two then. But now that they've got cheaper, we can have it just as a little fun car.
I think they're lovely. I think you chose well there, because I think it's going to be a classic of the future.
I'm sure of it, yeah. So we're going to cross the lines now of the railway. And really the first place you can park on the left around this bend, better chance we are of getting there to see the DMU come through. It's not arrived there yet.
Got a hard job to park on the front bit here.
You do, but there's also places off on the right in a minute. So we'll find a place somewhere there. Yes, it's very popular today. Yes, it is, yeah. Oh, this one, anyway. When is that going there?
Further.
Okay.
There's a motorbike there.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah, the train's 10 past, so we've got about 20 minutes, so no rush at all now. Yes, it's a very nice cafe. Everyone knows this. You find even when the trains aren't running, people come out here just to go into that cafe. It's called the Driftwood. Although it's just about to change hands again.
Is it?
So just hope the new owners keep up the standard. Because for years cyclists have cycled through there. You can see where the path used to be. They're thinking twice about going through, or are they? No, they're coming back again. Yeah, they're not very visitor friendly now. They say you can't go through there.
Human
No.
You want to be alone in that area.
That's right. Once you've got around the bit of the beach, it's a nice path then.
Thank you.
You get so far down and it's got a nice tarmac surface on it, so it's worth the effort.
Yeah,
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, you can see the side there, barriers across down the far end as well. That's where they're going to go all the way down on the beach now to get there.
Surely they don't get that many stuff up. Maybe they do, I don't know. I hope she's developed out this one.
Oh, right. You know, I don't know if... See, you don't know if it is a resident. No, she's not picking anything up. You don't know if that's a member of the general public walking through anyway. Or she might be a resident there.
Where's this cafeteria?
Oh, you passed it.
Oh.
Over there. Did you want to go for a cup of tea or something?
What? We've got time. We can go in for afterwards if you want to.
Afterwards, yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm just thinking which best side for photography. If we're on this side, we're looking into the sun, so we better be better on the other side, I think. Go through that little gate there.
Lovely stations. I love this. Is like when I was a kid, you know, all the stations used to have the flowers and. I got them with the
Gonna have a look around, hey? He's trying his luck to see if he can get a chance. He's gone in. Thank you. Yeah.
This is the original box. Yes. Yep. Built in 1904.
What, actually here?
Yeah. And that's the original frame that was put into it.
Yeah, wasn't that a lower building at one time? Not such a high building as this?
The lower building holds all the detections. So you've got all
The
the
underside
interlocking.
there.
It's all the interlocking in the lower part.
Yeah, no, I thought the whole building was a bit lower originally.
No. This is the.
As built. Having been built in 1904, this signal box here would have controlled these tracks when the mule trains were taken to Minehead. The mules offloaded for the First World War, taken out to Bretton Farm to be to recuperate after their transatlantic voyage, and then we would have signalled the mule trains to go off to the trenches.
Gosh,
This box here.
what a thought, isn't it?
A lot of history.
Yeah.
A lot of things have happened since then.
Now, what was the old name of Blue Anchor? I did know it at one time.
Well, to my knowledge, it's always been Blue Anchor because when the sailing ships hit a foul tide and a foul wind,
Yeah.
they drop anchor in Blue Anchor Bay,
Yes.
and it was a safe haven, and they would then wait for the right wind and the right tide to take them on into Bristol or into Newport. And at the same time, when they weighed anchor, the anchor when it came up out of the water was covered in blue mud,
Yeah.
and so hence the name Blue Anchor Bay.
That's a bit of it. I didn't know that. I thought it was just a blue anchor.
No, the anchors when they were weighed came up covered in blue mud.
Yeah. It's funny, I live in Watchet. My friend comes from Bristol, but
Right.
in
I know
Watchet.
your voice.
Do you?
We're going to finish up on YouTube.
You're right. That's right. No, we've got a big blue anchor just on the entrance to Watchet.
Yes,
now.
and I'm never quite sure what that
No.
is. It's the wrong way round, isn't it? Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Right, so the red levers operate the signals.
Yeah.
The ones with white bands.
Excuse me.
Certainly.
Blue Anchor signal box, David Cratcher. Okay, Nigel, hang on a second. For you, Richard, I think it's because Whitehall Bridge.
Hello.
So look after the brass fittings here too.
I've
That's lovely.
got the thing on the wall. I haven't looked at the rule book.
We'll get out of your way. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So number 13 there is the signal at the end of the platform.
Yeah.
And number 3 there is the one directly opposite. Now, it may seem as though it's peculiar having that signal operated by that lever
Right, yeah.
there, and that one operated by that lever there. But it's done by the first signal that the train encounters. And number 2 there, the train coming from Williton is on your left hand side. And number 14 there, the train coming from Minehead is on your right hand side. So that's why those signals are grouped together.
Never know, we might get another volunteer signalman in time.
Lever number 10, that's the point down there. That's operated by rods and manually operated. And that lever there is the electric.
The DMU's it doing, isn't it?
Look. No, it's
Two round levers, operate
Monday you
box
got
for the-
DMU, yep, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday it's Steam. So, yeah, then the DMU goes back this afternoon on the crossover.
They're the little pedestrian gates either side of the crossing.
That's the fun movement here when you've got a crossover.
Yes, yes.
When you've got
These machines, this one's linked
you've got a
to
decision.
Minehead.
Do you
to
Close the level crossing gates
These are the tokens.
and leave them closed. And let 2 trains come in. Or you open the gates, let 1 train in,
Yeah.
close the gates, let
Yeah.
the next train in when appropriate. So it's
Yes,
depends on the traffic and how the trains are timed.
If you don't open the gates, if one day one overshoots a bit, then there could be a danger.
Well, no, you can't let the signals off because they're interlocked.
Oh, they are interlocked.
Oh yes, yeah.
Interesting.
So
Unless I have taken
These
the token
two
here,
are
I
interlocked
can't
to the wheel.
No, until those are in the stop position.
And so 12, 13 and 14 are interlocked to the wheel as well.
Hmm.
But that's the mechanism underneath is quite spectacular because it was designed in Victorian times.
Yeah.
And it's
All mechanical, of course.
keys and
Yeah.
totally all interlocked to one another. And you
Yeah.
can't move one piece of equipment until the other ones are all lined up and free. And it's the same with the points. The points have actually got a thing called detection in them. So until the points are crossed properly
Yeah.
and the detection bar slides through,
Right.
then you can't let the signals off. So it's when you
It's
think
really safe. Yeah.
this is pre-computer age, you know, it is all totally mechanically computed.
Yeah.
It's wonderful stuff.
Very clever. Is it hard work turning that wheel?
No, once you get it rolling, you've just got to get a start, and then
Yeah.
when you consider the mechanism goes underneath the rows by a series of rods,
Yeah.
and all quadrants, and the quadrants and each gate weighs half a ton.
Cool.
So you're actually moving 4 gates 2 times.
Hmm.
You know, with that wheel.
Yeah. That's always been the case of a mechanical wheel here.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think how many of those?
when
in
the
country?
railway closed down, somebody kindly took it into safe custody,
Right. Gosh, lovely.
which I think is possibly a euphemism.
For stealing.
Oh, right, well, could you be
But
able
when
to
the
track
railway
it down?
reopened, they said, "We've been looking after this for you."
That's good. Yeah, well, I'm glad they did. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, having said that, the whole mechanism is so clever, and in fact, it's all rodded under the rows.
Yes.
And every now and again, obviously, it needs to be adjusted.
Yeah.
We had a problem back in the spring where you can see it's slightly dropped now, but one gate had dropped a bit, and the mechanism was actually fouling on some brickwork underneath.
All right.
And
Yeah.
so you had to really run with the wheel to actually get
Yeah.
the plates to show.
All right. Then with a little bit of tender care,
Loving care.
all back to normal.
One of the signalling inspectors refers to the wheel as the old lady of blue anchor. And you have to look after the old lady of blue anchor.
Yeah, I bet. Right. That's a good name for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks for your time.
You're very welcome.
That was nice of them. I don't give their time, especially when
Absolutely, yeah.
there's a
Very
train
nice
due in. Yes, here the signalman was talking about that sometimes these gates get at a different level to one another, as we've got in fact now, so that makes it harder to open the gates.
Which way is it coming?
Towards us now. I was just noticing this sign which they have these days. When I put up a video recently of the tornado coming through here, people were coming up here and taking excellent shots of the train. It's funny to think now it's not welcome. Right, the gates have been opened, so that DMU must be coming up behind us very soon.
Which way is it coming?
Behind us. That will come from Washford.